Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to the channel. It's Star Trek Lower Decks Day, and today we'll be watching Season 3, Episode 6, Hear All, Trust Nothing. Sounds sinister, but this is Lower Decks, which means it could very well be sinister, or it could be a punchline to a joke. I guess we're going to have to watch to find out. My friends, if you could do me a favor, hit that like button, smash that subscribe, and if you're already there, ring that bell for notifications. And you'll be alerted anytime we go live on YouTube with any Lower Decks or Star Trek the Original Series, any of our sci-fi offerings, you'll be made aware. And of course, if you'd like any of that early or in a full-length format, the link to the Patreon's in the description. But all that's then, and this is now. And now it's time for Star Trek Lower Decks, Season 3, Episode 6, Hear All, Trust Nothing. I'm ready for some ha-has and hee-hees. And then when we least expect it, that emotional gut punch that only people that love Star Trek, like the creators of Lower Decks, can provide. Prepare to engage maximum warp reaction. And away we go. I love coffee. It's absolutely my worst addiction. We're just saying something.
Captain's log.
Oh, there she is.
You will be negotiating with the Garima.
I'm sorry, what? But Captain
The
Gwen...
Vancouver's been rerouted to the Asparga system.
Come on, Carol. You can do this.
It's crazy. Anyone else would have months to prepare for this level of diplomacy.
Captain Freeman, we're approaching the rendezvous point.
Bring us out of warp.
Come on, Carol. You got...
Tacky Cardassian fascist eyesore.
Circle around and pretend we're in awe of the pylons.
Yes, sir.
Oh, I haven't even watched Deep Space Nine, and I mean, I've watched a couple episodes, so I know that this is the... Oh, it's the open. I know that.
Just keep circling.
I love Jack too. I when this first started, I couldn't stand him. Okay, we're in the open, so we can talk a little bit. Wow, Deep Space Nine. I mean, we've had several references to it, and even a model that was produced for Rutherford and Tendi to work on. But you know, this is an actual, to my knowledge, have we had an actual locale from one of the original series yet? Like, we haven't had the Titan, I guess. The Enterprise, we have not seen or been aboard. Deep Space Nine, there was, I think they mentioned Voyager, obviously Voy. Yeah, but you know, we haven't had any real, you know, like major locales from the original series is what I'm trying to sputter out here.
I can't believe we're at
Look
Deep
at this.
Space Nine. I want to walk the promenade. Ooh, check out the stores. Oh, I bet they have a Quarks.
Oh, Tendi, not just any quarks.
The Quarks.
So I'm hanging with my friends today, and I've been dying for you to get to know them.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, you know, so I'm gonna go give them a...
Castro's hosting a salon today. You're gonna love it. Mwah.
I cannot believe that this has happened.
Oh, what if they're uptight and judgy? I'm already not liking that they call their hangouts salons. Like, what are you, Hemingway? Hank?
You'll be fine. Just don't be all bossy like you are with us.
I'm not bossy.
Okay, that was
Yeah. Oh, you mean like the main tenet of how I conduct myself? I shouldn't do that? Okay.
Oh, the promenade. Ooh, it's even more Cardassian than I imagined. Guys,
It's awesome.
this is awesome.
I'm with you, Rutherford. No shit.
Captain Freeman, welcome to Deep Space Nine.
Oh, wow.
Well, it's not Starfleet Command unless they throw us a few curveballs.
You got that right.
Oh, that's awesome.
How are you, Shaq?
Any day not living under Cardassian rule is a good one. She saved my life when we were ambushed at Vanaker.
Yeah, because I owed you for pulling me out of that plasma storm in the Badlands.
They're getting mad at each other for saving them. I love it. No, I do not know this race at all.
And if diplomacy fails, we always have the other option.
A suicide vest? That can't be what that is.
I love my fans. For a small price, plus bar tax and processing fees.
Quark! Sorry to interrupt.
My God, Quark and Kira, this is crazy.
I did expand my simple bar into 21 franchises across the Alpha Quadrant.
Of course you did.
Oh my stars, they've got Dabo. I thought it was illegal.
Boiler, it's probably rigged.
Oh, cheating at a Quarks? You can't rig a game here.
Right.
Fellow Orion, greetings. Look at that. That's awesome.
Wow, hi. I'm Tendi. This is my friend Rutherford.
I'm Meth.
Tendi. Is your family from the northern hemisphere? Evton Rim, right?
They kind of moved around a lot. So deep.
Oh, Tendi. Let's, deflect, Tendi, deflect.
It's a traditional tool used by Orion pirates.
Oh, it's good for everything. From stabbing guys, to picking locks, to stealing shit. Oh, wow.
Ships, by the way, is what he said.
Just want the grand tour.
Oh, I think
Definitely. Let's go around this circle.
Rutherford, read the room. You have a terrible time of doing that around Tendi.
All right, here we go.
Oh, look who's here!
Oh my God.
Finally, we get to meet the mysterious Lady Mariner. I don't even mind you're so late.
Oh my God.
Okay, everyone, grab a wick. These candles aren't going to.
I like the pop music that's like playing.
Hey, girl, can we talk Boimler?
Oh, I know what you're gonna ask, and no, he's actually not reverse aging. He just doesn't get enough vitamins.
Is he single?
What?
Yeah, I'm gonna just need a little more of this.
Oh.
That was a deceptively deep cup.
I was told I would be meeting with Captain Gwen. How are we supposed to negotiate a trade agreement when you can't even honor an appointment? I won't have it.
Understandable, but unfortunate, because we did bring some rather fine gifts.
I don't... Gifts, you say? Well, we're already here.
Right.
I owe you for taking a phaser shot for me on the Dakaro mission.
What? You took
Jax.
one for me at Dakaro.
No, I mean Dakaro Pro.
Shax, Kira, stop it.
I don't remember that. No way.
Nerys!
So, real talk. What's the first ship you ever stole, Ma?
Actually, I don't do that stuff.
Oh, yeah. No. Me neither.
Look, not every Orion does the pirate criminal thing, okay?
Cerritos crew, I need a detail to transfer gift pallets over to the Karma ship.
I'll do it, Captain. Oh, gosh, Captain needs us on duty ASAP. Oh, what a shame. Rutherford, let's go.
Surprising for a man with a coin purse.
It's a clutch, and it's feeling a little light.
Let it ride.
Be careful. Bold Boimler.
I'm doing security for you guys for the rest of the day. How lucky are you? Mask! Oh, that's great!
Oh, wow, that's new.
And his name is Mansk, I think.
Castro really nailed the theme tonight, didn't she?
And what is the theme? Pillows?
Personal battlefields.
Oh my God, personal battlefields.
Guys, the Enterprise was in me all along. Oh my gosh, you guys, thank you.
Oh my God, they're snapping.
Now, please welcome a new voice.
Oh dear God.
Oh, no, I mean, I didn't prepare anything.
That's okay. Just speak your truth.
You do not want Mariner's truth.
Tension I'm detecting is that you're kind of disrespecting my salon.
Oh, no, I don't want to disrespect anything.
Jenny was right.
Your salon.
I call this piece the Kobayashi Maroon. There's no right way to dance it.
The Kobayashi Maroon. I'm with Beckett. I think that I'm in hell if I was there. If you like that, I love that anybody else would like that. Not me.
A little thing called the Dominion War?
Ah,
We had nothing to do with that. The founders and the Vorta were behind.
Oh, right. You were so innocent.
they were profiting off of it, yeah.
You bring me here to be insulted by this long-lobed halfling?
Hey, no.
Long lobed. It was a good idea, Carol.
I bet the two of us could take this ship if we wanted to, you know?
Will you just shut up?
Yep.
Wow. Someone got all humaned up at the academy.
Oh man, shut the fuck up.
Hey man, get off me. What are you doing?
You're cheating, human. Tell me your secret.
I'm not cheating.
He's bold Boimler.
Triple down dog.
What's going on with Brad? No wonder everyone's attracted to him. Bold Boimler.
He's got this amazing replicator, the Quark 2000. I've never seen.
Oh, that's gonna be theirs, isn't it?
Get away from that. That's my intellectual property.
Quark, be reasonable.
That's it. Everyone out of the...
It's gonna be their tech, yeah.
Korzak.
Alpha contingency, now!
They shut down the entire station. And the Cerritos.
Get off of me! Help!
Wow. Oh my word.
I'm not a traitor. I don't feel the need to.
Come on, Tendy.
All a misunderstanding.
Oh, you say.
I would say come on, Rutherford, but Rutherford's a little out of it right now with Deep Space Nine. Oh, I so want to know what's going on with Tendy.
We're trapped!
I have a sneaking suspicion that, not a suspicion, we've seen several examples of Tendy being a badass. I think we're going to see that again.
The manual latch is fused.
Excuse me, is anyone else finding it hard to breathe?
The manual latch is fused. Dear Jesus, it did some major league damage.
Oh, the Impulian candles. The flames heat twice the oxygen.
Wait, our intentions!
All for
Hey, being so polite. This doesn't sound like you.
Because I've been trying this whole time not to be bossy or mean to your friends.
Why?
be yourself, Mariner.
I know my friends can be a bit much. I've been looking forward to you tearing them a new one.
she invited you into the ecosystem to equalize it.
Did you know that when you're unconscious, you actually consume way less oxygen?
So? What does that have to do?
Boom. I'm not sure this is a healthy relationship, but I'm down. Jen seemed to like that a little too much. Excuse me, Jenny.
Who can save us?
Sorry, what?
With all your pirating skills, you can take the ship Orion style.
He's a poser.
I've never pirated anything in my whole stupid life.
What? It's all you talk about!
I'm a faker. I don't know. I'm from Cincinnati.
What?
Are you freaking serious?
Cincinnati.
Yeah, I get that. It's hard when you feel like people expect you to act a certain way, but
Tendy,
doesn't matter what other people expect.
you're so nice.
Actual Orion pirating skills really would come in handy right now.
Yep, you're right about that.
Nice. She is a badass, everyone. You all know it.
Your family's Orion pirate?
Yep, syndicate and all.
Oh my god, I love this girl.
Wait a minute. That thing has a tooth remover?
Shh, I'm pirating.
I'm pirating.
Whoa, did you see that with a wide opener?
Oh my god. That guy literally killed himself to get away from Tendy. Oh my god.
You stopped us? How?
I used the latinum from the guy's tooth to magnetically decouple the propulsion controls.
You took the ship. You took the ship.
She took the ship.
But this is only a temporary fix.
What was her name? Mistress of the Winter Constellation? Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Oh, I got chills. Oh my god. Fucking Tendy, man.
Us being the only ones not stunned here, kind of a bad look.
I see that. Well, shall we?
Mwah.
Oh my god, that's so sweet. It was like a stun selfie.
This is just a big misunderstanding, and I'm sure we can work out some sort of resolution.
Yes, Quark stole their tech.
You stole our technology!
Your technology?
The Quark 2000. He stole it from us. It's filled with Karama components.
I think I have a solution that will make you both happy.
Oh no, you're giving them franchise rights. Nice job, Carol.
The Karma have agreed to open up trade and not imprison Quark in exchange for 76% of all his franchise's profit.
76%.
I thought you said your plan would make us both happy.
Well, you're happier being poor than in prison, aren't you?
No.
Mariner, you'd better have a stack of latinum down there.
Nope. But I do have a copy of that hologram with your head on Kira's body.
Impossible! I erased that! I was
You
just
betcha.
clearing her tab for old time's sake.
What is on that chip?
What is on that chip?
A gift certificate for twice its value at our Quark's gift store.
Quarks bucks. I'll take it. We don't even use money in Starfleet anyway.
Oh my god, Brad absolutely nailed it.
Thanks for having my back when the quiz hit the fan.
Just doing my job.
Now I do owe you one.
Wait, what? No!
No,
Come on!
Gotcha.
you are never gonna be even.
And flip conk that guard? How's that?
And yes, I did see Brad with all that merch.
What, so you're not embarrassed to be friends with someone whose family was into pirating?
Are you fucking kidding, Tendy?
Oh, it's actually kind of gross, isn't it?
I'll take that. Rule of acquisition number 9. Opportunity plus instinct equals profit.
Profit. Oh, I love that episode. Holy shit. Really good one. Boy, they're all good. I mean, that's a dumb statement for me to make. Anywho, everybody, we just got done watching Star Trek Lower Deck Season 3, Episode 6, Hear All, Trust Nothing. Is that what it is? Hear All, Trust Nothing? I keep wanting to say something different. But anyway, we did just watch Star Trek Lower Decks Season 3, Episode 6, Hear All, Trust Nothing. And the only thing we have left to do now is to talk about it. All right, everyone, just got done watching Star Trek Lower Deck Season 3, Episode 6, Hear All, Trust Nothing. I thought that this one was such... Okay, so these are the episodes that Season 3 has been my favorite season so far, just, full disclosure. Absolutely loved it. This is I thought for sure that during Season 2, we talked about this before, like, when the creatives know that they have time and they can build deeper stories, they can build broader stories that take a while to tell. And I think that we're really starting to see a lot of that stuff come to realization, not necessarily in storyboard like galactic beats, but definitely inside the characters themselves. And Tendi has been showing signs of like wanting to, like she's like right on the cusp of telling us, the audience, more about her. And we've seen like reflective actions her early in the season, to the point where I said I thought that Season 3 might be the season of Tendi, and it turns out that I'm not ready to say that it is the season of Tendi yet, but boy, we're getting some juicy shit, and this was the juiciest one in this episode. She's such an incredible character. She is really, really interesting. She has always been intriguing, but in Season 1, both her and Rutherford were sort of eclipsed by the story they needed to establish with Beckett and Boimler. But ever since then, they've been trying, they being the creatives, have been trying to like level the field with the amount of narrative they've given to Rutherford and Tendi and Brad and Beckett. So we're trying to get it like where story here for them, a story here for them, so everything is more equal for the lower deckers. Tendi's story is, I mean, and they all have fascinating stories. Rutherford with the implant, we don't know what's going on with that, so they're really advancing his story and backstory. And now with Tendi, we're getting some really, really good stuff. But we've seen this before. This is not a shock to anybody that's watched the series so far. We've seen Tendi be an incredible badass upon occasion. I shouldn't even say upon occasion. She's an incredible badass all the time, but she only allows us to see it every once in a while. And the good thing about that is that, whenever we know, it's almost like that you've got, it's almost like Tendi's Clark Kent, and we know we've got Superman in there. She just absolutely tears shit up. And I mean, okay, so here's a question, a comparative kind of a fan type of question that I have. If you're gonna put with the lower deckers, it's always kind of been the established kind of the accepted rule between the lower deckers that Beckett's the badass and Beckett can kick ass, and she did. We've seen her like kick Boimler and Rutherford's ass at the same time during that training session with the sticks that they were using. Like really kick their asses. And we've seen Beckett like really, really physically, like as far as like martial arts and physical combat, has really excelled to the point where she's kind of the equal of Jack. And I guess she's kind of the equal of Jack. But I'm wondering, I would guess that Shax is probably the best like hand-to-hand combatant aboard the Cerritos. That's a guess though, because Jack is exceptional as well. And Beckett's right up there with him. So allow me to throw this into the equation. We've seen Tendi on multiple occasions now, able to just absolutely rip shit up. I mean, she took that vessel. Again, it was not necessarily an aggressive species or like a military vessel. I'm assuming it was more of like a trade mercantile, like diplomatic type of ship. So it wasn't staffed with, soldiers and things like that. I'm guessing. I don't know what the military effectiveness of this species is, so they might be like more Klingon than, or more Romulan than someone that kind of has martial training. But regardless, she took their ship like that. And what I love about all that is Tendi hides all that. She puts her light under the bushel basket and doesn't let anybody see it, because it's again reflective of her I guess, embarrassment about her heritage, about the Orions being pirates and whatnot, because she's always shying away from that. She doesn't want to talk about her family, which I think is sad because now if she's had a split from her family, like they, completely disapproved of her going to Starfleet and now they have no relationship whatsoever, I understand why she doesn't want to talk about them if it's a emotionally painful subject. That's what I think it is, because I don't see Tendi and her personality and psychology, being like, well, they're Orions and they perform piracy. So I'm separating myself from them. I'm never going to talk to them again. That doesn't seem like Tendi. Now, it might be that Tendi is thinking more along the lines of, that could actually be if the writers wanted to provide her like a character flaw. That might definitely be it, where she's the one that initiated the separation with her family, and maybe that's why she always wants to have acceptance from everybody else, and she goes out of her way to kind of make everybody else happy, almost as like a debt payoff, a karmic debt payoff to what she did with her folks or her family. I don't know. I mean, there's a couple ways that the writers could go with that if they wanted to really incorporate that into her character. But I really, really love the idea. Tendi is an incredibly complex character now. Always has been, but this provides even more for us to explore with Tendi, especially like, okay, so here's the thing with that though. Now that we know that Tendi is this badass that, we've known for quite some time, the real thing to look at now is when they're in a situation where she could actually use some of these pirate skills to help them out, will she do it? Now, she might be less reluctant to use it now that she's kind of displayed these skills in front of Rutherford, because I think the only time she's ever truly kind of let loose with these skills like she did right there was when she was with Jack during that Black Ops mission and the cleaner. She was the fucking cleaner. And again, so Jack knows that she's good, but they couldn't talk about it. It's a secret mission. So it's not something that, her skill set can't be kind of, even maybe potentially even told to like Carol. Like, how many people aboard the Cerritos actually know just how proficient Tendi is in these disciplines that are definitely not science or medical related as far as like, her martial and kind of espionage-esque type of work. So that's the question now, because she really let loose in front of Rutherford. And then, had the kind of apologetic, like, I don't like to, kind of default to my kind of pirate ancestry or whatnot. And Rutherford was accepting, oh, come on, as Rutherford always would be. Rutherford doesn't read the room, but he's always supportive, He just, he doesn't realize that he could have probably been supportive about 30 minutes earlier and it would have been more effective, but that's Rutherford. He's just distracted. Rutherford's got a lot going on. It was obviously it was a Tendi-centric episode as far as like, the reveals that we received, but we did receive a little bit more about Beckett. And this is probably the first time that we've actually seen Beckett kind of want to do something. Well, let me put it to you. Let me rephrase. She did something she didn't want to do because she wants to continue and have a stronger relationship with Jen or Jenny, however you want to call her. And I think that that's very interesting because that shows that Beckett, Beckett's never been selfish. Beckett's been wild and Beckett's been undisciplined, but she's never been selfish. She never puts herself above everybody else unless it's, for some type of, we got to get here. Everything's fueled by her kind of chaos, not necessarily by her ego. But this time we see her actually trying to knowingly change who she is, or subdue who she is, for the betterment of somebody else, and again, I never think that Beckett wouldn't do something like that. Beckett's, she would do anything for her friends. I mean, I don't think there's really, including, giving up her life, she would absolutely do that for Rutherford and Tendi and Boimler. I can't imagine, and now probably Jen, which is insane when you think about how much she despised Jen earlier in the series. Or maybe she doth protest too much. I don't know. Maybe she always did like Jen. But it's a very interesting little tidbit in that it shows growth with Beckett too, that she's willing in front of a lot of her peers to, I don't want to say show her ass, but that's kind of like what she did. She allowed herself to be something that she wasn't for a prolonged period of time, and allowed, an opinion to be formed about her based upon those restrictions she was putting on her personality. I mean, it's a testament to just how much she likes Jen that Beckett was able to kind of, again, she was forewarned, don't be bossy, and seemed like a surprise to her that she ever thought she was bossy, which of course is the classic overcorrect, where, oh my God, anything I say now will sound bossy, so I won't say anything. And if I do say something, I'm going to temper it and really, really kind of construct it to make it sound as opposite of what I would say as humanly possible, which again, these are things that we haven't seen from Beckett, and she is beginning to explore these. And I think that, it all kind of develops too from the fact that she and Carol have a healthier relationship now, and she has a healthier position aboard the Cerritos. She's not in the brig all the time. She's not, she's I don't want to say that Beckett's growing up, because it's not necessarily immaturity that she was expressing before, but just simply a fundamental, hatred for authority, both authority gifted to her and authority that she sees in others. And obviously that's not great in a Starfleet vessel where there is a hierarchy. But at the same time, it's something that she can overcome, and it looks like she's overcoming it. This is a very interesting moment and point for the writers, because with this episode with Beckett, now we're seeing the element of potential change is being thrown into Beckett. Like, Beckett could subtly, manipulate her personality or evolve her personality where she becomes, a better acclimated to social situations, better acclimated to be able to go into these things with Jen. And therein lies the rub, because as a writer and as the creatives on this team, they have to know that at this point, the easiest thing to do for Beckett, as far as the development of her character, would be to change her a bit. And it doesn't have to be a major change. It doesn't have to be something, like a life altering or anything like that. It could be a very subtle shift, like we were starting to see here, where, Beckett is able to kind of pull back a little bit, don't let her chaos flag fly, and, really attempt to fit in a little bit more outside of her, group of lower deckers, and really try to work with the Cerritos. But on a broad kind of explanation from all of that, oh, she wants to work with others on the Cerritos. If we go back to Beckett season 1, that is completely the absolute opposite of what she was before. She didn't want to work with anybody. She didn't want things to work. She's like an anarchist. But now she's actively making herself not the monkey wrench, but the cog in the Cerritos. So therein, again, lies the rub. Do these writers give Beckett what she wants and let her evolve pseudo-organically into something that can be a partner for Jen, or, can work within the Cerritos' ecosystem? But if you do that, is she Beckett anymore? And that's the question. It's, everybody changes. We all change. We all grow up. We all have different pursuits. We all have different ways that we present ourselves, that naturally occur based upon life experiences. And the argument can easily be said that this is the route that Beckett would have naturally taken. And I think the writers have done enough of a job with that they could get away with saying that this is just the course of life. Beckett's kind of calming down a little bit. I'm not sure, though. We're kind of on the knife's edge. We're kind of like, is this a forced evolution, where she thinks this is what she has to do? Because that's going to backfire at some point if she's not really feeling this, it's going to backfire at some point down the road. It's just going to happen. That'll probably manifest itself when she will see her change, but not want to accept her change, and instead kind of like apply that change that she doesn't like in herself to the relationship with Jen. And that'll be like what breaks them up, if that's the route that they decide to go. Now, if it's another route where she's actually accepting of this and she sees the change that's coming on, and they start to really kind of flesh out what's going on inside Beckett, then that's absolutely another wonderful route. And I'm not sure which one I want to see, to be honest. I don't know if I want to see Beckett rebel against this new evolution and become more like the old Beckett, or to see Beckett grow and naturally lose some of the old Beckett. Whew. You know, this is a balancing act, you know? What do you lose what people loved about the character, perhaps what the character loved about herself, just to make her evolve and become something better that you know she'll become, but maybe even she and the audience don't see yet? That's a fine line. That's a fine line. And almost the opposite of all of that, the opposite of all of that is the Tendi. Tendi is coming from a situation where we see her as one kind of way, and now we're getting hints of who she really is. And so again, it's that bushel basket type of thing, you know. Um, Beckett can't let her chaos flag fly. And in many ways, neither can Tendi. You know, Tendi has, it's not a chaos, but her pirate flag fly, her skull and crossbones flag fly. You know, so it's a lot about, this episode's theme was very interesting. It's about, you know, observance of self and observance of, you know, how you are seen in the world. And, you know, we had two fantastic dynamics between Tendi and Beckett's portrayals in this. Again, masterclass shit by our creatives over on Lower Decks. Really excellent stuff. Brad's stuff was funny. The inclusion of the Deep Space Nine stuff. I'm sure if I had watched more of Deep Space Nine, it would have been even better. I thought it was great though. Having Quark and Kira there was so neat, and having the beginning opening with the Cerritos flying around the pylons, I thought that was fantastic. It was really great. And again, a loving nod to the old series in not a joking way, but an actual reverence to it. And I think a lot of times that's what's lost in the interpretation of Lower Decks. You know, we've said it before. The creatives love those old shows and they praise them when they can. My friends, if you do me a favor, hit that like button, smash that subscribe, ring that bell for notifications, and you'll be alerted next time we go live with Lower Decks or the original series or any of our sci-fi offerings. And of course, if you'd like those early or in a full-length format, the link to the Patreon is in the description. But all that is then, my friends, and this is now, and now it's unfortunately time to say goodbye from Star Trek Lower Decks. But where should we say goodbye from? I think we'll say goodbye from a gambling table as we watch Bold Boimler triple down in the darkness and still win, as his evolution is continuing in a direction that I'm not sure is sustainable as well. But I think that's a discussion for another time. Until that time comes, my friends, Vulcan roll, and I'll see you.